Hi everyone, Soldier Girl reporting for another tab video now. I'm not feeling very well today, so it's only going to be a quick one. I'm kind of just going to go up and sit by that tree, and then I'm just going to go back. So, because this isn't doing me any good, it's making me ill. I've been to the toilet twice this morning because I'm nervous. You know, my anxiety of coming out by myself, it's getting too much for me now. And yesterday I was getting nervous as well, because obviously knowing that it's coming. So, but I told Sergeant Major I'd be coming out today, so I figured I'd better stick to it. So, I mean, I have got my stuff in my bag, and I had planned to do the whip with the hat. I was actually going to wear the tab hat. That's why I haven't got my pink one on, because I figured it'd be easier just to get that out and put that on, but I'm not really with it. And also I'm struggling with the heat a little bit as well. Tomorrow they say it's going to be 31, so you know, I'm just struggling with the heat and stuff. So I think the only way to come out for a tab is with a family member, because I can't do solo tabs anymore. It's just making me ill, and it's causing me to go really like whatever. But I don't know when the next one will be, because the family member is actually going to France again this year. She's going for all of August, the entire August, so I'm not going to see her for the entire month of August. So next time she comes, she wants to tidy up the garden a bit, so it's not going to be then. And then the time after, that'll be when we go shopping, to do my shopping, and then obviously it's about August, so I don't know if we're going to get one in before she goes. So for now, this is the last of the tab videos, because I can't do it on my own. It's causing me too much distress, you know, both in the tummy and mentally as well. It's like, so I figured I'd just kind of just sit and talk to you guys. It's not scripted. I was going to kind of tell you a little story, you know, I was going to make up a little, you know, like once upon a time story about Sergeant Major and Trace around, but there's not enough time because I don't feel well enough to go round the field. So let's just sit here maybe. No, I can't sit. Not unless I sit like a horse and have it that way. So no, that looks stupid. Anybody walking past. So I'll just stand here. So basically, I want to kind of explain, like, maybe how my YouTube started, and maybe a bit about, I've got a bug on me, bit about why I got into it and stuff, and then maybe basically give a bit of my history and how I came about coming out and things like this. So, oh yeah, because I told the family member the other day when she was here that, I think I can hear somebody. I told her that that I started to try coming out on by myself, because Sergeant Major, you know, kind of encouraged me to come out, and she says that she can't understand how he's managed to get me out the house when you know, she and other family members have been trying for years. So, but I mean, I didn't tell her the reason, but what I can do is tell you guys the reason, so you'll know something that she doesn't. So I was just keeping an eye on the time. because like I say, I've got to get this all done under half an hour, because once this camera reaches half an hour, it just kind of, you know, it just kind of flattens. So basically, right, when this YouTube thing started, right, it started with that drill video, right, because I was hoping that Sergeant Major would correct any mistakes I made. How do I get out of this now? I should have been paying attention. There's a load of clothes down here. Let's just keep walking around here. So I was hoping that he would correct any mistakes I made, but all I've been getting from Sergeant Major is just praise. You know, all good job and all this and whatnot. Right, there's been no corrections whatsoever. Now, I should have left it at that. I got my answer. But I chose to continue because he said that I should upload more videos. And I wanted to listen to him. You know, I didn't have any plans on uploading any more. Right. Well, that's when I think, well, I made the first vlog because I didn't want you guys to misunderstand. I didn't want you guys to think that I was in the actual military, because there was no disclaimer or anything to say I'm not really whatever. So I wanted to clear up if there was any misunderstanding. I basically wanted to kind of show you guys who I really was. And also, that first vlog, right, I made it thinking that people wouldn't subscribe and wouldn't want to know because of how ugly I am. Right, that was the idea of that. You know, I didn't want the attention, I didn't want to know. But it went the wrong way. So, I then, because I think after that when, yeah, that was when the second one was when I did the shout out to Sergeant Major and chase around. Which way? Is it there? Yeah, I think it was. So yeah, and then I can't remember what the one after that was. Oh, I don't know. I did want to make another music video, another drill video, but I then got distracted by all the other stuff. So it's kind of backfired. This YouTube thing has kind of backfired because, like I say, it was never meant to take off. I only did it because Sergeant Major said so. And now it's kind of led to this. I mean, at least I found the field. Right, so now I'm going to tell you now how he got me outside, right? Well, the first time was, well, on my own. The first time was when he sent me those sergeant stripes, right? Because I felt like I wanted to earn them because it didn't feel fair, you know, me getting them for free. So it all started, the solo tabs, it all started with those stripes because I figured if I come out and put myself in a, you know, stressful situation and kind of like work for it, then I can earn it, because I feel as though it's not fair on Sergeant Major doing all that work to get those stripes and then I get them for nothing. You know, that doesn't seem fair to me. You know, when people earn things, they have to work for them, they don't come for free. So that's how that started. What I really want to know, he's probably not going to tell me, but what I really want to know, what I really want to see, anxiety, it just triggered it. Because there was too many dog walkers last time, it set me back. So what I really want to know, okay, what path are we on? Right, we're on the Sergeant Major path. I've nicknamed these paths because I can't tell you the real name because it'll give away my location. So this is Sergeant Major path, right? So what I really want to know is what made him give me those stripes and that book of poems. Yeah, it's kind of weird because there's actually a helicopter poem in that, which I thought was quite good actually. But I can't understand why somebody would just send that for nothing. Like, what I want to know what the hidden agenda is. What are the strings? Because clearly there were some strings attached to that, but whatever. So yeah, that was the first one. And then I found that stick that was on the same tab as when I came out to earn those sergeant stripes. I saw a stick that looked like the shape of a paste stick, and then I think, was it like the next day or the day after? It was shortly after, right? I wanted, because I was a bit down in the dumps, like I say, every time I leave the house I go back home and I go depressed, right? So I was down in the dumps and all I could think about was that stick, right? All I wanted was that stick. It wouldn't leave my mind, right? It's kind of a bit like when I wanted to quit YouTube the other month, and a couple of Sergeant Major's comments just kept going around in my head. You know, that's what kind of got me back into it, because my mind wouldn't stop thinking about those two comments, but whatever. So yeah, so I came out to get that stick. Right, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to get, so that's the second time. So basically that's the story of how these solo tabs came about, right? Like I say, this isn't scripted, so I don't know what else to say, but oh, and I've got the blanket for the strict sergeant thing. I've gone dizzy. Just bear with me a minute, I've gone a bit weird. I'm gonna have to go back. I don't want to take the chance. If I get vertigo out here, I'm in deep trouble, because I'm going to be trapped for the next 6 to 7 hours. I can hear something. You see, and this is what I'm feeling. I'm stressed. I'm in a stress position right now, because it's like I'll give you another example of what causes it. Because I can't even talk properly now. I'm going a bit weird. I'm having a panic attack. Come on. Come on, I've got the stick. Okay, left, right, left, left. Come on, calm. I've got to calm down. I've got to slow my breathing down. I didn't want to come out today, but I'm doing this for you guys. I don't like coming out on these solo tabs, right? I'm doing this for you guys because I thought that's what you guys like. I mean, I had a comment from one of my subscribers the other week saying that I think, I can't remember the exact words, but basically it's his new favourite style of video now, or something or other. So you see, I'm doing this for you guys, but unfortunately it's making me ill. So I think if I want to continue coming out, it's going to have to be with a family member. So, oh yeah, I was going to tell you the other day, right, me and this family member, we went to the shop, and she went down the wrong road. Oh, stupid bird made me jump. Oh, crying out loud. My heart's just gone all the way to Egypt and back. Yeah, she turned down the wrong road, right, and as she were going that way, another car came that way and tooted at us, you know, because obviously she got it wrong. And I think, I mean, I don't drive, so I don't know the road, but I think what happened was he had the right of way, and the family member kind of, what's the word, like cut him off or something. I don't know, I can't remember now, but so, but yeah, and then after about, I don't know, about a minute, I went really dizzy, and it felt like I was I felt like I was going to get the vertigo again. Fortunately I didn't. I managed to talk about something. I kind of changed the subject and talked about something else and managed to calm down. But this is just too stressful at the moment. I think if I can have a break from basically life at the moment, then I can come back stronger. But I'm not having a break. This is the thing. How long have we been on here? 16 or so. So, unfortunately, today's tab didn't go as planned because I wanted to tell you a little story, but it just didn't work. So yeah, and it's something funny. When I was coming up here, right, a dog barked, right, and I felt myself like straighten up, like, you know how in the army when like they shout at you, you have to just like stand at attention and take it. I kind of went, that was just so weird, it's on auto, but I didn't. It's funny, I didn't do that with that stupid bird. That really took it out of me, that did. So I'm not really very happy today because I don't feel very well. I don't like this heat. So you think I should, well no, because I don't know when I'm coming out again. I was going to say, do you think I should hide this stick somewhere and see if it's still there when I come out again? But like I say, I don't think I'm going to be coming out again this side of August because the family member is going to France again with a couple of friends, so, which I'm not really looking forward to because that was when I got the vertigo the last time. Because she went to France last year, right, I think it was July last year, so it was like earlier, but this, whatever, and the day before, because she was travelling on the Saturday, and on the Friday, that's how I can remember it, because she was going to work, right, and but I'm getting a stitch. I'm gonna have to slow down a bit. So that's when my very first vertigo seasickness happened. There's a path there. That must be the hole, the bit with holes in. Yeah, let's try going down it. I've not been down the hole bit before. Because on a paste stick, that bit that you put the screw in, because this is like, actually I don't think it is, I don't know where it leads. So, and I think it's actually raining, yeah, it's raining. That's good. So, yeah, I think this, yeah, I've not been down this path before. So, yeah, I think that's just going up that way. Oh wait, unless this is paste stick right. No, I reckon this is paste stick right because that path's paste stick left. Right, well if that's paste stick right, there's no point going up there because that'll take me to where I've just been. And I don't want to be going back up there. So, I've trapped myself now. Where's the... So, poke me in the eye. So, I think what I'll do is I'll get back, and because I've got the Strict Sergeant script to work on. So, I don't know whether to keep this stick. But how am I going to get it home without people giving me funny looks? sticks. You know I'm not well when I'm cuddling up to a stick. So at least it's quieter today. That toilet paper's still around there. Remember in one of my other things, that was when I said I needed a wee, and I said that I'll be alright if I have to go behind a bush. So I don't know how to, there's a pigeon that just flew. I don't quite know how to write the script for the next strict sergeant, because it's like the soldier wants to talk to the sergeant and have like a heart-to-heart. But I've managed to get the blanket, so I need to open up with, like, I need to start the script with the... I'm going a bit dizzy. Yeah, I need to start the script with saying that I got... Oh yeah, I know what I could do. Yeah, I've got the... In fact, I'll say it on here because I'm likely to forget. And I'm going to... So this is what I'm about to say is basically a note to myself, really. So we could open up with the blanket, and then because the soldier has bought a new Bible, like a Bible one, and then we could have that as part of the kit. So the sergeant could give that to the soldier, because I still want to do the kit layout, you know, that Sergeant Major suggested. I don't know how long ago it was. I'm still trying to complete what he suggested. That's why my YouTube thing hasn't fully finished yet, because I'm trying to catch up with what he said, because I think one of them was the kit layout. And then I think there was another one which was practice the slow march. So I don't know. And we don't know what's happening with my benefits, because they want to have they want an appointment to discuss the benefits. So I have no idea what's happening with them, because if they turn around and say that they want to stop them or whatever, I don't know. So I just don't know. So that's apparently the man that's going to do it. He's on leave until the 7th of July. So I'm okay until the 7th of July, basically. And then obviously I don't know what's happening after that. So like I say, everything's up in the air at the moment, because obviously if they attack my benefits, I'm not going to be able to continue YouTube, obviously, because then I'll have nowhere to live, I won't have the internet. So like I say, everything's a question mark, so I can't really get into anything at the moment because I don't know what's happening. That's what I'm saying. I can't really say, right, let's do this, let's do that, because it might not happen. And this is the thing. So, you know, I don't know whether to take this stick home or not. My arse is going to be full of sticks, isn't it? So, somebody's walking the dog. Up there's a massive crow. Do you want to hear a funny story about those big black crows? Right, I've got a family member who had one of these little yellow rubber ducks out in the garden, right? And I think there was like 4 or 5 of them, something, 4 or 5 of these little ducks. And then one of these crows came down, picked it up and flew off with it in its beak. So it was quite funny to watch. Oh look, there's 2 of them now. So yeah, that was quite funny to watch. So So yeah, so I think what I'm going to do now, you see, the problem is I'm trying to hold off because I want to keep hold of this stick. I'm safe with the stick, but I don't know whether to take it home or not because people are going to think I'm really stupid, aren't they? So, whatever. Well, I'm going to take it. So, what I'm going to do now is, how long we've been on it? Yeah, because this is going to go off soon. So, I'm going to end the video there and get back home, and then I'm probably just going to upload this video and then just go to bed because I don't feel very well. This heat is, that's what I say, I've got to watch I don't get too hot, because if I get too hot I get ill, and obviously the nerves and anxiety isn't helping. So I'm going to get back and just settle down, I think. So this soldier's now going to fall out, and remember everyone to keep going and fight the good fight.